and welcome to Doki Literature Club. I know I said earlier that in Presentable Liberty I wasn't going to be able to play Doki Literature Club, but I managed to find a loophole of keeping the screen in this small frame here to get it so the video would record. And those of you who are under 13 or easily disturbed, get out. They may look cutesy characters, but trust me, this is not something you should watch. Yeah. Let's get started. Can I put the full thing in? Yep, can. Okay, let's do this. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time! Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Bright. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you wanted to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross this street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commune. By the way, Brianna Light, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sorry likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relate to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate in everything inside her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello! Sayori. Sayori must have come into the class while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the class, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sorry. Yeah. There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie! Sorry is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyways? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sari is really that much of an airhead or she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! Thus, today marks the day I sold myself for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sari across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I very rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sari, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member's here! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sari always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Brianna Light. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All the words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets muty. Sayori says that quite quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. This is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sari and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet you both. It sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Briarlight. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come, sit down, Briarlight. We made room for you at the table so you could sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea? As well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Saori mentioned, it's been widened, so there's one space next to Monica and one next to Saori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Saori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foils off the trays to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. You know. Just hurry and take one. Saori grabs one first, then Monica, and I follow. It's delicious! Saori talks with her mouth full and always managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around my finger, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Saori said. Well, maybe. But not for you. No, you! Dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom. Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself be intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, that you know. I believe you. While tea and reading books might not be a pastime for me, at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Saori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Saori seemed really happy to be here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika's a really great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that more important. But I'm confident we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah!
We'll do our best.
You know it!
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Brianna Light, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well,
considering how little I've read these past years, I don't really have a good way of answering that.
Manga?
I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Nasuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wanted to say something, but keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without even thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked up, but it's obvious by the way her eyes lit up she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Same. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped at something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well have been having a conversation with a rock.
Really?
I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, why is that?
Well, I just...
Nasuki's eyes darted over me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Nasuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scratch paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! And give that back!
Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sari sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes.
Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, we can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for you, Yuri.
Aw, I want to read everyone's poems.
We all sat in silence for a moment.
Okay, I have an idea, everyone.
Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzical at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we shall share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it!
Plus, now we have a new member. I think it will help all of us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Brianna Light? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Oh, there's... Now we're back to the original topic of me joining the club. I bluntly come forward with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sorry may have convinced me to stop by, but I've never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stared back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought... Brianna Light, you all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is a price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes lit up.
Yes, I'm so happy!
Sari wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down.
Hey!
You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for cupcakes, I would have been super pissed.
And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Brianna Light, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the sexy welling up in me. Sorry, I can never say that right. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Brianna Light, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sari and I never walked home together anymore because she's always staying after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us departed the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mindset wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sari,
Natsuki,
Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Pick the words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen to whoever likes the poem the most. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Out of the girls, my favorite is Sayori, mainly because like my thing is with like companionship and stuff like that. Like out of the girls, the one that I like it's mainly my preference with like relationships. I prefer someone that like I can be friend, like I've been like with me and looking into relationships. So it would be like me in relationships. I would look at like someone who's I've been friends with for a long time at least. Okay, that's going to be it for this video, and I'll see you guys later.